Hey, my homeowners, good to see everybody. This is Josh Sternberg coming at you from sunny Southern California. In this video, we're going to talk about something that's getting a lot of traction in the bankruptcy world. We're going to talk about discharging student loan debt in a bankruptcy, Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. For many years, it was almost impossible to discharge student loan debt in a bankruptcy. Almost everybody considers student loan debt non-dischargeable. It was possible, it was just very difficult. So very few people, attorneys or debtors, even tried doing it. But that has changed. You can now discharge your student loan debt in a bankruptcy, Chapter 7 or Chapter 13, so long as you qualify. Now, what does that mean, qualify? Basically, what the federal government has done is they've created guidances. So it's not a law, it's just a guidance. And what the guidance is, it shows you or tells us what the federal government is looking for when it comes to whether or not they're going to discharge your student loan debt. Now, this is a very good place for me to take a quick break to tell you that the only type of student loan debt that I am talking about being dischargeable is federal student loans, okay? Federal student loans. If you have private student loans, this video is not for you. All of the guidance and all of the discharge that I am talking about is coming from federal student loans and from the federal government. So when you file a bankruptcy, what you actually do is you actually sue the federal government trying to discharge your student loan debt. And what the federal government is doing is they're saying, as long as you can prove that this debtor passes our guidance, we will come to an agreement with you within your bankruptcy and within your lawsuit to discharge your student loan debt. If you take anything from this video, it's to understand that if you have a lot of federal student loan debt, it is possible for you to discharge it in a bankruptcy. And that's huge because a lot of people have $100,000, $200,000 in student loan debt, and it's starting to weigh on them or has been weighing on them. And basically, you see no end in sight. So if you're considering bankruptcy, consider bankruptcy within the scope of also just discharging your student loan debt. Now, you may say,
I have $100,000 in student loan debt, but it's across 3 different companies. How do I know if it's federal? How do I know if it's private?
That's a really good question. Go to studentaid.gov, set up your profile, like create an account, get a login. And from there, you can determine whether or not your student loan debt is federal or private. If it shows up, it's federal. If it doesn't show up, then it's private. Okay, so now what you've got to think is I have to A, figure out if I qualify for bankruptcy, Chapter 7 or Chapter 13, and then B, figure out if within the scope of that bankruptcy, I can also potentially get my student loan debt discharged. Okay? Any questions, give us a call, give us a ring, SternbergLawGroup.com, or just drop it in the comments below. I always do my best to get back to everybody. Thank you so much. Josh Sternberg from Sternberg Law Group.